Good morning. Hello, hello, More Than Makeup. My name is Paige McNeil. I am excited to start off Monday morning with you in this Mother's Day bash. So I have washed and toned and sunscreened my face. Good morning. And I'm gonna start, I wet my perfector sponge and squeezed it out. And I'm gonna start with our setting spray. I have oily skin. And really I feel like wearing the cream makeup, I felt like I was struggling a little bit more with oily skin. Good morning, Julie. And I tried lots of things. I tried the setting spray to start. I tried finishing with the vanilla dust. I tried finishing with arrowroot powder. I live in Florida, and in the summer though, I just felt like it was just too shiny. I have always been a makeup girl, always been a skincare girl, and have used much more expensive products. And good morning, Haley. Ooh, I like the spelling of your name. I hope I said it right. But once I started this skincare line, I really saw a drastic improvement in the overall health of my skin. It's just more balanced. I didn't think that the skincare was gonna work. I didn't understand how one skincare line could be good for all skincare types. But my skin truly is more balanced. So you can see I have redness. You can also see that my hair's crazy, y'all. I got this beach waver tool that I'm really excited about, and I played with it yesterday, and my husband told me it was kind of crazy at first, but then as I let it cool and kind of put more product in it, I loved it. So this morning I was hoping I could just kind of touch it up a little bit. No, didn't work out, so bun it is. Okay, so you will be color matched by your artist. Good morning, Jenny. To 2 foundation colors. We call them highlight colors, the same thing as foundation. Your brightening shade, I'm using the buff brush, the small end. Good morning, Maggie. I start kind of the base of my nose and go up to the outside of my eyes. It does not matter, thank you, Wendy Lou, your age, how much Botox you have. We all have fine lines around our eyes. And so I like to be sure that I start with the most, thanks, Maggie, it's a Stitch Fix top. I like to put the most product down here and then just stipple up. Because if you start with a lot of product up under these fine lines, it doesn't matter how good your makeup is, it's gonna settle in the fine lines. Good morning, Nikki. Okay, so I'm taking my brightener and I'm just stippling base of my nose up. So your artist will look at your undertones, if they're warm or if they're cool. They'll match you to 2 colors. Tag your artist and comment and like so that you can win lots of prizes. Okay, so this looks crazy, right? So I'm doing, brightening my T-zone really down my nose, a little here and a little here. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with my main color everywhere else that I did not put the brightener. Okay, so as I'm doing that, one of my favorite things about this bash has been the mom stories. So we are celebrating moms with this bash, which is so fun. Like whether you have grown children, little children, you want children, you'd rather have 4-legged children, we all have a mom. So we're celebrating moms, and I've loved hearing stories. Hi, Nicole. Good morning, friend. So I want to tell you a little bit about my 2 children, which I'm gonna have to be careful because I could talk about my kids and just remind me if I need to go back to the makeup. So I have, good morning, Jennifer. I have 2 boys. I have a 15-year-old, his name is Carter, and I have a 7-year-old, his name is Major. And their personalities are so different. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I have foundation all over, and now I'm gonna go in with the blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just gonna blend, just gonna circle. Okay, so Carter Man, I became a single mom with Carter when he was 3. And Carter was spicy from the day he was born. He literally climbed out of his crib and was walking at 9 months old. And you don't believe me, but believe me, that's Carter. The years between before I met my husband, and good morning, Candace. Carter and I were on our own. I was working as a nurse in surgical ICU. I was getting my master's degree. So life was really busy and tight. And he literally, okay, don't judge me, but I don't think I liked him until he was like 8 or 9 years old. I loved him, but he was so hard, just draining. I used Aura as my brightener and Sandy as my main, and then I just mixed it all in. And do you guys see how beautifully that blends? It just blends. Hi, Tommy. Good morning. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I could tell you 1,000 stories about the things that would happen with Carter and I on the mornings where I was getting up at 5 to study for my master's, get him to preschool before I was going to do my shift in the ICU. And one morning he was quiet and I was very grateful. And he just sat back there in my little Honda Accord with his little zip up hoodie with his hands in his pockets and was very quiet. And we walked in. You have to go like kind of through the outside back of his preschool, and all the kids would be outside playing before the day started. And we opened the little gate to the fence, and the kid pulls his hands out of his pockets and he says, "The Hulk is here." And his hands, every inch of them, front and back, have been colored with green Sharpie marker, like every part of it. I don't know what I was doing, but the kid, and he had this plan, and he was quiet, and he had him in his pockets. And okay, let me go back to makeup because y'all are asking some great questions. Okay, so I haven't done bronzer yet, Candace, but I use this same brush for bronzer, the blush and bronzer, but I will bronze, so you'll see. And then this is the detail brush, and I just contoured my forehead, and I'm actually gonna make it a little darker so that you guys can see it better. Okay, so this kid, it's not that he is not a rule follower, he just doesn't even realize there are rules. He's like, "Well, what were you thinking?" I don't know, I wasn't really thinking, okay? And then I have my major, who is 7. Okay, contour, ladies, you're gonna start at the tip of your ears and play with it. Good morning, Samantha. And determine if you should go more towards your nose, more towards your mouth, or more in the middle. I go more towards my nose and in the middle, but it's all about your face shape. Girl, Candace, you don't have a contour brush. Okay, that's gotta happen. This is a must-have. Okay, so my major, when his dad goes out of town, I tend to just purge and clean out because his dad doesn't like things to be cleaned out. And so I had this plan. I was going to take all this stuff to Goodwill, and ran out of time. They closed, and so it was going to happen after school drop off the next day. So I don't have anywhere for Major to sit. He had to sit up front, and I used Astoria contour. Okay, so we live less than a mile from the school. I'm like, Major, you're gonna have to sit in the front. And he's like, "Did you ask Daddy?" I'm like, "No, buddy, it's fine. We're going less than a mile to school. You're gonna sit in the front. It will be fine." He gets very quiet. He sits in the front seat. We get to the school zone. Okay, I'm using the multitasker brush, the small end, to contour my nose. And I contoured my neck and under my jawline, and I made sure to blend while I was there so that I don't leave with it unblended. So this kind of looks dirty up here, but just keep watching. It'll blend beautifully. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight down my nose. might need to look in the mirror a little bit. The closer you get your lines together, the thinner your nose will look. And I would challenge you when your artist is doing before and after pictures, really start looking at cheek shape, jawline, like jowls, like nose shape. Contour is absolutely mind-blowing, like insane that we can really accentuate and change our face with just some shadow. Okay, it like you can tell. Oh, thanks. I don't know what it's called, but it's red aspen. I don't know the color, but I like it too. Okay, so like this isn't perfectly straight, right? Have no fear. Hi, Eve. Just keep watching. Okay, so we are driving to school. We get to the school zone and Major starts like slinking down in his seat, like slinking. And I'm like, son, what are you doing? He's like, the cops, Mom, the cops, the police are gonna get me. I can't believe you're doing this to me. He's like in tears, like, and I'm like, honey, if the nice, school policeman pulls us over, I will explain what's happened, how far we've driven from the house. Like, it's okay. Like, take a deep breath. He's like, this has basically ruined my whole day. Like, my Carter was like the kid that you spank, and he's like, yeah, that didn't hurt. That's cool. Like, I have two totally different kids, but they're both great. And since I, was kind of ugly about my Carter, oh, good, Candace, yay, new tips. He's the coolest, best teenager ever. Like, I'd rather spend time with him than most people. Like, he's so sweet. They both are going to be amazing husbands. They can clean and do laundry, and they're both very in tune to their mama. They notice every time my nail color changes, or if I'm not in a good mood. Carter will just like come start rubbing my shoulders, or Major will say, oh, I'm going to try to talk less, Mom. I can tell you have a headache or something's bothering you. I have really great kids. I do. And I kind of just wanted to share that whether you're a single mama or I'm just blending, guys, that's all I'm doing, okay? Just blending. That I never would have thought I would be like where I am now with a husband that's like a way better parent than I am. Like, he is so on top of things with them. What brush am I still using? Cindy, good morning. I am still using the blush and bronzer brush. If I had to choose one brush only, this would be the brush that I choose. I would use this to apply my all over foundation color. I would use my finger to contour. I would use this to blend, apply my cheek color, blend my mane, apply my bronzer. This brush, in my opinion, good morning, Jess, is the brush of all brushes. Now, I use these three, but I could do without this one, honestly. For a really on point contour, this is great, but you don't have to have it. So anyway, okay, so do you see how it's kind of all coming together? I feel like the most common mistakes, thank you, Tommy, are that we use too much cream and we use not enough contour, or we blend our contour too much. Guys, sorry. We want our contour to be seen. There's a purpose. And I don't know if you guys can really see it, but I did just totally change the shape of my nose. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so we're gonna go in with Ruby cheek color. And, okay, this is my personal palette. This is, it used to be called a triple decker. I'm not sure what it's called now, but it's basically like a guy with 3 levels. I would recommend this palette to anybody, unless you are basically only gonna wear one cheek color and foundation color forever. Like, you were like a minimal makeup girl. But I really like that I can like change things around, and I can have, thank you, 3D27, thank you. And have everything in one place. So I am ready, we're gonna go to the beach for the weekend, and everything just gets, popped in a bag and ready to go. So Jasmine, I told them that I tried to fix my hair this morning with the wand, or the new like beach waver wand, it didn't work out. And so we ended up with this bun, but I think it's like extra big and fluffy because I used the wand last night. Jasmine's asking about my hair tie that I'm using. It's whatever these kind are. Because then it just like, it lets me play and move. And like if something's not right, I can just kind of tuck the piece of hair into that little thinger. You know what I mean? Into that little band. So, but I think like the fluffiness of it is because of the beach wand, which I was not successful in patching this morning, but I will get better. Okay. All right, so we've done foundation, we've done contour. I'm gonna use Ruby today. And I don't know where you are with your like lip and cheeks, and this palette might look very scary to you. But all of these colors blend beautifully. So Ruby's this pink, maybe not like hot pink, but she's like a bright, vibrant pink. Ruby is a gloss, and okay, do you see how pigmented she is? So I'm gonna be like careful here. So between, I'm not gonna go apples. I'm gonna go like right above apples and right above my contour. And I'm just gonna dab. I'm not like slapping it on there. I'm just dabbing. And then I'm gonna go back again with the brush of all brushes, and I'm just gonna blend it in. And it's just gonna melt, like it's gonna warm up on your skin. And isn't that pretty? Like, and she's really pretty over other colors as well. Okay, so let's talk about bronzing. I bronze year round. I've always been a bronzer, but I've never used a cream bronzer. Our bronzer is like next level of bronzers. So if you get your blush like a little too high, just go back in with the brush that you had your brightening on, and just, you know, you can just clean it up very easily, okay? So our cream bronzer is so beautiful. Like, you will never be orange. I agree. Okay, so I personally like to blend. This is Bella bronzer, and this, no wait. These are both Bella. I digress. These are both Bella now that I'm looking at them. These little guys are in the clearance section, and they're going to be gone, and I've kind of stocked up on them myself because it's so nice to have two little lip colors or vanilla dust in your purse or your Bella, so that I can make a mess in this and it's not getting all over my compact, if that makes sense. So I'm just kind of dabbing in Bella, and I'm going to blend it out. And I am not going to put Bella like where my beard was, where I did my main highlight color. I'm just gonna do it like where the sun mainly hits. And do you see how like pretty that just blends? Gives me a little touch of, yeah, these guys are $6 right now. That's a steal. Okay, so over my cheeks, and look, got a little heavy there, no big deal. Just keep blending, all will be fine in Saint Land. Okay, do you see how it blended? And I just have like a touch of glow. Okay, so again, if I got my Bella a little too close to my brightener, I'm just gonna go back in and just touch it up. Okay, so face is done. Besides setting, we're gonna do a quick little eye look. All right, so this is my Vanilla Dust setting powder, and I have two here beside each other. And I like to use the small end of this brush during summer when I'm a little bit oilier, to kind of, I don't know, I guess concentrate the powder, for lack of a better word. So I'm just gonna go into my T-zone. I don't really powder everywhere, just like where I'm shiny. Don't forget to tag your artist and comment, guys. We have some really, really fun prizes. Wendy, one day I'm gonna need to sit down with you and tell you all the stories about my oldest son, Carter, because you would laugh till you wet your pants. Okay, so we're gonna do Rome, Rigoletto, a little Leo, and a little Stardust. Okay, so here's a tip. If you have trouble with your eyeshadow creasing, go back with your perfector sponge that has the setting spray, give your eyelids a little dab, and then go in with your vanilla dust. And we're just really getting a good foundation for our eyeshadow to stay. Okay? We shall see, Wendy, we shall see. Okay, this is the blend brush, and I'm just gonna go into Rome. If you are looking for just like an all over really pretty wash color, no matter your age, like yes, it has a little shimmer, but before I started as an artist, I had gone away from all shimmer eyeshadow colors. I felt like I was just getting too old to wear shimmer. But I have to say, and now I wear the shimmers all the time. I don't wear glitter a lot, but our shimmers are, I don't know, they're classic, timeless shimmers. They're not too much. So Rome is just a beautiful, and like I could just wear that and be happy. Okay, so now, uh-oh, am I missing a brush? Oh, please. Oh, it just fell on the floor. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow brush. We have this kind of little ends, like kind of the size of a pencil eraser, and then this big fluffy at the other end, okay? So I'm gonna start with Leo, which is this kind of orangey, pumpkin-y color, and I'm gonna take the small end. These eyeshadows are very pigmented. You don't need a lot. I just did like a tap in there, okay? So when doing your 7 or Pac-Man or V, whatever you want to call it, it's very important to pay attention to the angle of your lower lash line. So my lower lash line angle goes this way. So if I make my 7 come lower than that angle, I'm going to bring my eyes down instead of up, okay? So just make sure that this angle that you start with follows your lower lash line, okay? I'm gonna go over into my crease. I'm gonna flip this guy over and just do a little blend. Again, this could just be a beautiful eye, just like this. Just a little Leo and Rome, very pretty. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this Mother's Day bash. I sure have. I'm super excited about what is to come today. We have a red lip and a smoky eye with some fabulous artists. If you had to pick an eyeshadow brush if you had to choose one, I would choose this one. Because what I just did with this one can be done with this one. But what I did with this one cannot be done with this one. So there's a little plug. Okay. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for watching. Okay, so now we're going to do Rigoletto, okay? I'm just going to swipe this and show you Rigoletto. Okay, I don't know what that was. So Rigoletto is this like metallic-y brown charcoal-ish color, okay? It is beautiful on everyone, and you can, with like everything with this makeup, you can use a little or a lot. Rigoletto is a really great color, in my opinion, to be an everyday color that can totally punch up to a night color, okay? So I'm going in with the small end, and I'm just gonna tap into Rigoletto, not a lot. I'm gonna follow the same pattern of the 7, but I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to come a little on the inside of my Leo 7. If you have hooded eyes, if you're not sure if you have hooded eyes, ask your artist. We have some really cool graphics that can determine, do you see how it just increased the depth of the look a little bit? they can teach you about your eye shape and tricks for your own eye shape. But if you are having trouble seeing your eyeshadow, you probably have a hooded eye, and there are some very easy tricks. And honestly, more women have a hooded eye than not hooded eye. And it's super easy to work around. If you didn't have a chance to watch Gretchen yesterday, Gretchen has a hooded eye, and you honestly would never know it because she has just become a professional at applying her eyeshadow. Amazing with the hooded eye. She has some of the best eye looks, in my opinion. Okay, so remember I used the small end of this multitasker brush to do my nose contour. So I just cleaned my brush off a little bit, which I don't have the cleaning towel yet, and I really need to get. I'm going to put the small end into Stardust, and I'm going to use my compact mirror for this, and hopefully you guys can still see. I'm going to go all the way to the corner, and then I'm going to go over my iris, but I'm going to stop there. And oh, hi, thanks Sharon. Thanks for watching. And then I'm going to get closer so hopefully you guys can see it. So if you use a color like Stardust or Blondie over your iris, it really reflects light. Can you guys see how pretty that is? Hopefully it's translating. I will do an after picture in the comments. But this is one of my favorite things, even if I'm not doing, you know, anything else even in the crease or in the corner. I like to take one of these shimmer colors in the inside, and the multitasker brush is small enough that it's very detailed, and you're not going to get it in areas that you don't want to. And then I'm going to go back. This is probably an unnecessary step, but I'm gonna just blend it together. Okay, yay, I'm glad you guys can see it. Okay, good. Just like softly soften the lines there a little bit. Okay, so typically I'm just gonna get some of the fallout off here. I would line my lower lid and maybe my upper lid with one of the colors I just used. But I noticed that we had not used Arabian Nights, which is a cream eyeshadow, which is personally, like on a daily basis life, my most commonly used eyeliner. If you are an eyeliner person, I would challenge you. Okay, I wiped off my multitasker brush again, and I'm using the small end. That's why this guy's called the multitasker, because he can do it all. Okay, so I just dipped into my Arabian Nights, and I'm going to create a line from the outer. Okay, good, you can see. I'm not going to go past my iris. It's like a coppery, I don't know if copper is the right word. It's like has a little like reflection in it. Do you see how this is a cooler color and this is a warmer color? I like to balance my foundation colors and my eye colors with both. I think that it adds dimension when we use warm and cool together. Okay, I was saying eyeliner. If you are an eyeliner person, which I have always been, and the more makeup tutorials I do and pictures that I look at, man, we need a lot less eyeliner than we think we do. I feel like I'm 37 and we are starting to age ourselves a little bit with too much eyeliner, okay? So that's really gonna be it for my eye. Name the shadows you used. Rome, Leo, so Rome, Leo, Rigoletto, and Stardust. And I would just say, like, snap some pictures of yourself and look at like what looks better. One day, and I'm alive actually, I did like a line, and then the other eye I only used the this brush with shadow under my eye, and as I looked at it, I looked at pictures, I'm like, okay, when I look in the mirror, I like the line, but when I look at pictures, it's really softer and prettier. So just try it, play with new things. Okay, so we're gonna do our eyebrows, and my eyebrows are microbladed, but they still need a little bit of filling. This brush is the brush of all brushes to fill your eyebrows. If you are not filling your eyebrows, today is the day, girl. Don't, like, you gotta do it. You just gotta. Okay, so I'm going back into my Astoria contour color, and oh, okay, Sheila, I'm glad that they've both been really pretty, and I'm sorry I used the same colors. I should have used different ones. Okay, but I'm glad that you like them. And Leo, my mind was blown the other day when Gretchen used Mihaya with Leo. I was like, what? And it was so pretty, so pretty. Oh, listen to Rachel. She filled her brows this morning. Praise the Lord. Okay, so I have my brush. It has an angle to it. I'm gonna start, so our eyebrows should start the edge of our nose and they should go out to here. I'm gonna turn it where the longest part of the angle is down. Okay. And I'm just going to create, can you see what I'm doing? Hair strokes. And then I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna follow the line. However, as you get closer to the edge of your brow, do not come down. Again, we're wanting to bring our face and our eyes up, okay? So as you get closer to the end of your brow, be sure that your strokes are going up instead of down. I wonder if I could do like this one up and try the other one down. Let's see. Okay. So I'm really just like, after I've made hair strokes, I kind of turn the brush to get the product in, and I'm just gonna flip it and blend. So there's not a huge difference because my eyebrows are microbladed, but there is a difference in that this is a much more finished and framed eye than this one. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can bring this other eyebrow down and if it will translate to you guys. Do you have any questions, thoughts, concerns? So I'm flicking up, getting a little more product, following the angle, and so I should probably turn. So on this one, I'm gonna come more down. Turning the brush sideways, brushing it in. Okay, do you see it? I see it. Can you see that this one I followed the angles of my brow, but instead of flicking up, I flicked down. And do you see how this eye is more lifted than this one? I can totally see it. I hope y'all can see it. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, so as you are filling your brows, be sure once you kind of get to the tail that you, thanks Amber, that you flick up instead of down, okay? I'm gonna leave it like that for now and fix it when we jump off camera. Okay, good, yay. All right, another thing that I really like to do, I use regular mascara on the top and I use waterproof on the next. You're gonna use contour colors next, or usually a wet brush and dip it and test the powder, but like, oh girl, I love the contour much more than eyeshadow for my brows. It's very, very personal preference. There's no wrong way and all colors can be matched to your brows. And yes, I will show you the wax. Let me do that. I don't like for my spoolie to get all yucky, and it can be cleaned, but I'm just, whatever, I'm finicky. So I have these little disposable ones that I use when I'm doing makeovers anyway. So I spray my setting spray, okay? And then you can tell I need to melt my wax because it's well loved here. But then I'm just gonna rub it in to the wax till I feel like I have some goodness on there. Sorry guys, I should have melted this, and I just dipped it in Cola Contour, which is gonna make my eyebrows black. So we're just gonna start over. All right, so spraying the little spoolie, going into my wax. And so I also want to show you that I'm not quite this hip, but like my hairdresser, who is like super, super hip, like she like wears her eyebrows like this and like rocks them. I'm just not that cool. So I like tame them a little bit. But if you needed to thicken your brows some, that would definitely do it. And I'm not going to do the other one because I'm going to fix that tail. But those babies will stay all day. Okay, we were talking about mascara, regular on the top, waterproof on the bottom. Okay, let's do our lips. So we did, again, I'm gonna grab my multitasker brush, okay? The small end, I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna line with sandstone. Here's why. Do you see sandstone and how warm it is? And ruby, how it's like a cool summer color? But I'm gonna use a little bit of both and maybe mix in some gloss and show you that sometimes mixing what you may not think you should mix really gives a balanced, beautiful look. Yes, so I apply the wax throughout my whole brow, but you can just use it on the end if that's what your brows need, Brittany. Okay, I need to, I have lip conditioner on, so it's not gonna glide very well. So just a little pat off. All right, so I'm lining a sandstone, which is like a warm, like brick color. What is my must-have brush? My must-have brush for face application is this one. For sure, 100%. You can do your whole face with this brush. My must-have brush for brows is the line. The multitasker brush for, I mean, I did my nose contour. I did my eyeliner. I used it for something else too. Oh, applying the eyeshadow. I meant like at the end when you are done applying the contour color all over, almost like you're setting your brows. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, sorry, misunderstood. And then for eyeshadow, my personal opinion is you should do the eyeshadow brush over the blend. Or wait, I'm getting all confused. What is this brush called, Wendy? We'll come back to it. This guy that has like a small and a fluffy, that's the must-have eyeshadow. Did I answer your question? I hope I did. Okay, back to sandstone lining. And I'm always going to line like a little over the edge of my natural lip. Okay, smudge, thank you. I would do eyeshadow over smudge, personally, if you had to choose one. All right, so I've got Ruby. Ruby's pretty pigmented. That's a pretty blend, right? Just a sandstone line, a ruby inside, and then this is the compact that I like to take in my purse. So it's a little, has 4, like my favorite lips in it. Well, a lot of favorite lips in it. And then I'm gonna use Sadie, which is almost just like it's like a pretty gloss. Like there's not really that much color to it. If you are not into lip colors, but you like just like a little, it's just, let me just swipe it. Like almost it's just a pretty gloss. Like it barely shows up, but it's absolutely beautiful on every lip color. So pretty. Okay, so I'm taking Sadie. I'm just gonna pop her on top. So pretty. I like it. Yes, use the brushes in all the products, 100%. Okay, other than mascara, what did I forget to talk about? Oh guys, I like this lip color. Hey. I'm gonna put a little on the bottom, and unless you guys have a question, we're gonna call it a day. Don't forget to tag your artist, comment, and like stuff so that you will be entered to, thank you. I love these earrings, Rebecca. Like, these are like my new hoops. Like, I love them so much. Oh wait, I didn't illuminate. Just hold on. I did not put illuminator on. Okay, so I think the only one I have in here is Georgia, which I love Georgia. Okay, this is Georgia, this pretty gold. Okay, so I'm gonna use the small end of my detail brush and make sure I don't have other stuff on it. I'm gonna dip it into Georgia, and I'm gonna go kind of around. It looks heavy right now. Don't worry. Here, and I saw this really cool tip yesterday that instead of going in the middle of your Cupid's bow, go like on the line of each. What? Do you see that? So pretty. And then I like it in the corner of my eye, and maybe even a little under my brow. And then where I was a little heavy-handed up here, coming in with that brush of all brushes, I'm just gonna blend. All right, ladies, we love you, mothers. We love you all. This has been so fun. I'll take an after picture, put it in the bottom. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for starting your day with me.